Here I was again. This fucking podcast once more. I don't know why I do it. These fucking crazy people and their, what was it, Grover House? I can't take this shit anymore. I want to find out who killed my wife, and then I need to figure out why. Why this crazy bullshit keeps going on. Why did they make a movie out of Max Payne? And if so, why did they put Mark Wahlberg in a leading role? It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna have to kill everyone who made this film, and then I'll find the one who did it. I'll find the director. and I'll
It
kill
was
him.
me. It was me, Ryan. I killed your wife.
Alright, you did that.
I do have
My wife.
Stop
I do
podcast.
have a couple. Yeah, it's start podcast.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
I do have a couple of notes about some of the weird people who are in this movie. In fact, I think there was a third one. I need to go back and check IMDb. Yes, third one. Sorry. I don't know who she plays in the movie, but Nelly Furtado's in this.
Well, that just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you know who else is in this movie?
Who else?
Mark fucking Wahlberg. Mr.
Mark
the
fucking
CEO,
Yeah,
the
okay,
CEO
so-
of racism himself.
If you can't guess what film we're talking about at this point, based on the fucking title of this episode, or we're talking about the thriller, the killer, Max Payne the movie.
What? No.
Yes.
What? No.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Alright, that's gonna get old.
yes,
Stop.
it is Max Payne.
Okay, who wants to tell us the plot of Max Payne 1?
No, we should. I need to actually. We do need to review
Yeah,
the movie. A bit.
We start with the
Fine,
late
for God's
2000s. We've got a black screen, some edgy narration. Mark Wahlberg is trying to sound gritty, and he has fallen into the Birmingham Canal because it's full of
And
corpses.
it's very icy.
Okay,
Very
so I do to give the movie some credit. I do actually quite like the opening scene. There was a similar scene in The Irishman where the main character throws a gun into the river and it falls on a riverbed of guns.
See,
Similar thing here.
yeah, no,
I like
I'm
it.
sorry. I may sound flippant. I didn't mind this. The problem I had is that you have this, and then it's juxtaposed with Max Payne wandering around a suburban home where they've turned on the mid-2000s Middle Eastern piss filter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's how it's.
Well, it takes place in the Breaking Bad universe,
yeah,
clearly.
it's his like second retirement house that he has in like Dubai. Yeah.
No. He's in Dubai. He's in Dubai, and he's looking for the button to use the white phosphorus.
Also, can I just say,
God
Max
damn it.
Payne in this movie, after his wife and kid are murdered, is relatively a normal guy
Yes.
somehow.
He's just
He's
like,
not-
sad.
This is
He's not Max Payne, he's Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
like this is one. It's like it cuts to 1 week earlier from him. Like
Oh,
So
his wife
he's-
died a week ago?
yes, no, his wife didn't die.
his
a
wife
week
died
ago,
3 years ago.
but he didn't. Yes, in the movie, his wife died 3 years ago, and he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he does nothing while also constantly shit talking everyone else for doing nothing.
No, he's
Michael
done
Lang.
something. He has decided that he's gonna join the cast of Nutrix and
For
become
God's
a member
sake.
of the cold case department.
Fuck you! Fuck you so much!
But,
that
yeah,
will
so
mean nothing to our
in the
international
game-
audience, but fuck you.
In the game, I'm just moving on. In the game, because I'm literally just going to be going back and forth from Max Payne 1, because this is Max Payne 1. I'm going back and forth between Max Payne 1 the game and Max Payne the movie.
Yep.
In the game, it is 3 years later, yes, but he's working undercover in the mob, trying to find, like, the drug, looking under the fucking drug and shit. Like, he's doing shit that might help him, like, in a way.
Also,
get
he's really
through
bad at
shit.
being undercover.
In this, yeah. In this, he's just
Cold
kind
case
of
department.
yeah.
I've given up. If it hits my
There?
desk, the case is done.
like,
He's just like moody and
he's
antisocial.
a fucking DEA agent in the game.
I know.
After
Look
the
it, this
murder
is
of
Max
his wife
Payne.
by a drug, his wife gets murdered by a fucking drug addict gang member, and he turns into a DEA agent. Makes
Yeah,
sense,
uh-huh.
yeah. In the movie, his wife gets murdered by a drug addict gang member, and he just turns into a guy who sits in the fucking basement of the
Yeah.
police station.
He's like, they literally buried the department and they literally buried him. Like, he buried his wife!
Whoa!
How is he?
And
To
so
shred, you say?
basically,
How's his wife?
To
he's
shred, you
obsessed
say.
with finding the killer. He's
have
obsessed
that
with finding the killer. Oh, he is obsessed with finding the killer, but it doesn't really look like it.
No,
But looking for leads, he's doing. So he's not actually doing it in a smart way. He just crashes a party run by a snitch.
oh, I mean, we missed a lot of
Well,
stuff.
yeah,
I think that we could-
you've missed. You miss.
Sorry.
You miss.
I know.
You also miss. He's like.
Like we're
You miss the subway scene where they sort of try and do like a really shitty homage to like the first level of Max Payne 1.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean, even like from the start, like when they cut to the police station, they give us the communism font for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
because
famous
the police are
communism
communists.
building
Yeah.
in New York City. It's a famous landmark.
Yeah, we get like drawn into the back of the building, and we see like some new hotshot cop who's just fucked up. And's like, "Hey, how do I get out of the cold case department? You don't. What are we doing here? We call people, and if they don't pick up, we can't reach them. Fuck it. Like your police dollars at work here."
I mean, the thing is, this is probably accurate, but also like this doesn't make sense for who the character
No, Max
is.
should not be back here.
But don't worry, he
No,
really
definitely
is
not.
prepared, and you can tell he really is going all out because you can tell because he's very sad when he's oiling his gun.
Are you,
You can tell
are you
she's
saying he's just the main
squint
character from Hatred? Because that's the
Yes.
vibe I'm getting from all of
Oh
this.
my
He
god,
is.
yeah, he's literally a hatred character.
Like,
yeah.
My name is not important.
Oh, fuck.
Like he is literally playing like a trope. I'm the wanted detective. My name's Max Payne. I got a dead
don't-
wife. I've got dead kids, and I'm playing with bullets after work is over because I got no life.
Hey, you
Ow,
wanna
that
go
hurts
beer?
my throat.
I don't drink beer. I only drink Payne, for I am Max Payne.
He'd be that guy with a fucking hunting knife just spinning it around on the table. But it's like completely dull and rusted and has never done anything with it ever. But it's like, so, what do you think of my knife?
Yeah.
It's a knife.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Fuck
John
you,
Rambo
Sam.
just pulls the knife he forged in a Buddhist temple. It's like, knife?
Can we just talk about also the comparison sort of between the movie Subway and the video game Subway?
Please,
like,
Please do. I would also like to talk about the subway when you're done.
Yeah, no, because it's
I also like to talk
yeah,
about
because
that.
like their version of like the subway is that three junkies sort of jump him in a bathroom, but aha, it was his secret plan all along to beat up one of them because because his friend and him and his friend are random like robbers in New York who also just happen to have the same tattoo, which is like absolute most dog shit lead ever.
I think the lead is because his friend the snitch had given him the name.
Yeah, I know, but it's still the most dog shit.
Yeah, I know, but what we're saying is look for random people with this
Yeah.
tattoo. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
what?
Meanwhile, the sort of subway sort of bit in the video game is, hey, I'm undercover. I've got an informant to meet here. Oops, they're murdered, and now my cover's blown. So I'm just gonna murder every single gangster out there. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
I will like murder like 300 people in this subway.
Yes. Honestly, do you know what I'd compare this to in the movie? I think it's again a problem with the movie not having a sense of identity. Is it almost turns into a cowboy movie for a minute?
I mean, it's just Mark Wahlberg being a
Yeah.
black guy up, which is pretty in character.
no,
It's pretty in character from what I've heard about him, but
No. I literally want. I'm actually like talking
Sorry.
about the movie. No. Like the first bit is like when like Max Payne walks through the subway. Like he's walking through there like the only sheriff in town, and like the three drug dealers are like the local banditos that are about to cause trouble. Like it's filmed like a western shot.
Could I add to that, please, Hope?
Go for it. You're more than welcome to.
I do agree with the Western comparison. The bigger problem I have with that, though, is that it feels like it borrows a bit too much from the first Matrix movie.
Yes. This movie
Like-
borrows like there's another scene later like where Max Payne is running through a corridor of glass and it's shattering all around. Again,
Yeah.
you're quite right. It does have Matrix envy, and it's kind of suffering because it's very coward. Like I know I'm jumping ahead, but the movie's incredibly cowardly with its use of bullet time. It barely uses bullet
Yeah,
time.
it is so
It
fucking
uses
weak.
it 3 times, and only one of them is cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's a 33% hit rate for some very lackluster bullet time, because which came first, Max Payne or The Matrix?
Oh, the Matrix.
I think Max Payne. No,
Matrix,
the Matrix. Yeah, the Matrix came first.
So
I got my
But I
words
mean,
mixed
the
up.
problem they're
Matrix
having
was just a white
is-
guy. Well, white lady now.
Yep.
John Wick movie, but
Yeah, but that, I think that's kind of the problem. Is I think this movie would have had from the start is bullet time is Max Payne's thing in video game. Bullet time is the Matrix thing in cinematography. The instant you move in and start doing bullet time shit, you have to find a way to avoid being compared to the Matrix. And this movie, because it was, I think they were really, really worried about that, and they absolutely cowered it out on a lot of
I mean,
things.
I think.
when in,
I think sort of connecting to that, it suffers from the same problem that I think a lot of 2000s sort of video game movies suffered from, in that none of them want to be like too much like a video game because video game is nerd shit.
Yeah.
So they try to appeal to like a general audience, except the general audience will not give a shit about your mediocre action movie. So you've made a movie that a general audience doesn't want, and the people whose who would get the brand recognition of seeing, oh, that's Max Payne, also don't want it. So you've made a movie.
Yeah.
So all of these 2000 sort of video game movies all fall into the trap of you have made a movie that nobody wants.
they actually, I think this movie
Yeah.
has something very similar with Doom, in that it tries to take something.
God.
Sorry, I know I'm referencing the Doom movie. It takes something because, like, there's a scene later on towards the end where it's almost where you're almost like pivoting around Max Payne like a third-person camera, which, okay, kind of cool, kind of interesting, but I think like that could have been really cool, especially since at the time Max Payne is tripping out on drugs and disassociating. But the problem is, I think they were really scared by how badly the first-person camera shit went down with the Doom movie, which is why
When did that come out?
Doom was 2005. This is 2008, which is kind of why like you don't see anything similar to that until the
The thing is, Max Payne 3 is Max Payne is first.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you could have had a third-person camera for the finale sequence, and I think it would have looked fantastic because you would have had Max Payne disassociating, you would have had a nod to the game, and you had a unique camera angle, and it would have been really interesting, I think. Or even
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean,
a second
honestly,
person over the shoulder.
I don't think you need any of that. You just need to like suck it up and throw in some bullet
Yeah,
time.
which they didn't.
I'm
They
sorry.
threw in 3 bullet times, and 2 of them sucked.
Ew.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah, no, there was one that was good, but that was only the one.
yeah, that's what I mean. There were 3, and only one of them was anywhere near decent. But, like, I mean, we didn't get like another attempt at any like first-person POV until Hardcore Henry, right?
No, I think you're right though.
Hardcore Henry, just so you know how Hardcore Henry is because they had made a music video that had a first-person POV, and then people liked it, so they just decided, fuck it, we'll
Yeah,
make a movie.
like that's something interesting, and they worked and they sold it on the thing. Like, what do you say? Like, this is again, like we're going back to the movie's Christ Identity. What are you selling Max Payne on? Noir, detective, mindfuck, bullet time. They went with detective and weak sourced everything else so hard.
They really like the noir. They literally just did noir by making it like kind of black and white, like slightly black and white, and there you go, it's noir now. And I'm like,
They
what?
did. They basically. They went to
No.
the shops, they saw a big bag of noir, and they thought, that's too expensive. I will buy the small bag of noir, scattered it on the set, and said, that's it, I'm done.
Nice to meet you. I'm Natasha, an underworld doctor.
Trust me, that drop made sense in context, alright? Anyway. Oh, bother, I forgot to mute myself in Discord. Anyway, thank you, free listener, for listening to this preview of our bonus episode on Max Payne the movie, with special guest Storm. Storm the human, not my cat. My cat doesn't speak human, sadly. If he did, I'd know what he was meowing about and biting me constantly over. Probably that I can't stop the rain. Probably. I'm not that powerful, sadly. But what I am powerful at is telling you about this episode. Patreon.com/SGO podcast. Starring myself, Hope Frayural, Arctisha Frost, Ryan, the man who lives in your phone, and Storm. Full episode available for $3.50, along with our extended cuts of our mainline episodes. Next week, family.